People are fleeing New York at a rate that would have sounded like a conspiracy theory just a few years ago, but now the data is impossible to ignore. Tens of thousands of residents are packing up, crossing the Hudson River into New Jersey, and not only are they saving money, they're actually getting richer by doing it, building wealth faster than if they stayed in the city that once promised fortune and fame. In this investigative report, we uncover the truth behind New York's affordability crisis, the tax burden crushing working professionals, and the migration wave transforming New Jersey into the smartest financial move a New Yorker can make right now. For decades, New York City was the ultimate prize. The skyline, the culture, the dream, but after the pandemic, broke the spell and remote work unlocked the shackles of location. The question spread like wildfire. Why am I paying to suffer here? And when New Yorkers ran the math, the answer pointed directly across the river. The first major reason for the exodus: taxes, and not just regular taxes. New York layers extra taxes like it's collecting infinity stones. You pay state income tax, then city income tax, then sky-high cost of living penalties just for existing in Manhattan or Brooklyn, leaving even high earners feeling broke by the time rent clears. Meanwhile, in New Jersey, there is no NYC-style city income tax, and many buyers leverage deductions, first-time homeowner programs, and suburban tax zones where the effective tax burden is dramatically lower than what they were paying just to rent a closet-sized studio in New York. The second reason is rent insanity. Manhattan median rent hovers near $4,200 a month, Brooklyn nearly $3,500, and even Queens has crossed $3,000, while many New Jersey cities, Bayonne, Kearny, Newark, Union City, Jersey City, west of downtown still offer rentals in the $2,000 to $1,800 range with more bedrooms, more privacy, better amenities, and often parking instead of battling alternate side rules or brutal muni fees. When New Yorkers move to NJ, they're not just saving a little, they're immediately freeing up $12,000, $25,000 per year, which becomes either down payment capital, investment capital, or debt payoff power, all wealth accelerators. The third factor? The equity revolution in NYC, you rent forever. In NJ, you own, and owning means equity. Instead of flushing $50,000 plus per year into a landlord's pockets, families and professionals are building their net worth every single month simply by paying a mortgage. And this is happening while home values in New Jersey continue to appreciate, sometimes 8 to 15% year over year in prime commuter cities, which means early movers are already sitting on tens of thousands in appreciation, and in some cases, hundreds of thousands. But the fourth driver is lifestyle. The thing New Yorkers never had time to consider before 2020. Remote and hybrid work made people rethink what matters. Bigger kitchens, home offices, safer neighborhoods, suburban schools ranked among the top in the nation, and actual outdoor space so you can breathe without renting air rights from your neighbor's window. And here's the twist. New Jersey's quality of life upgrades, new waterfronts, new parks, upgraded transit, improved downtown districts are being funded by the very migration wave that continues to fuel demand, creating a growth loop where residents improve the city they move to. The fifth major factor is transit access, because while the world thinks New Jersey means long car commutes, the truth is that places like Jersey City, Hoboken, Bayonne, Harrison, and Newark are closer to Manhattan jobs than much of Brooklyn or the Bronx. Path trains, light rail, ferries, and new transit investments mean thousands of New Yorkers keep their same lucrative jobs while living 10 minutes away on the path, but now they can afford to live like adults, not sardines. But here is the secret financial advantage no one is talking about. By moving to NJ, many New Yorkers become investors. For the first time in their lives, they buy multi-family homes, rent the extra unit, and suddenly the tenant pays the mortgage. Some even go from renters in New York to cash-flowing landlords in New Jersey, a transformation rarely possible while trapped in NYC's rent-drain economy. And the numbers back it up. New Jersey counties like Hudson, Bergen, Essex, Union, and Morris are attracting higher income residents than those leaving, which means the economic base is rising in income, not falling, signaling long-term market stability and investment gains. Meanwhile, New York is facing the opposite, Shrinking population, skyrocketing municipal costs, office vacancies destroying tax revenue, and policy decisions that add more tax pressure to fewer people, a recipe for even more flight. Add in safety concerns, school struggles in certain NYC districts, and the psychological shift where New Jersey now feels like the value-based upgrade. And suddenly, you see why millennials and Gen Z residents say NJ is their version of the American dream that NYC could never give them. And the most ironic part? The move often feels temporary until the math makes it permanent. Once people see they can own a home, invest in their future, and not spend half their income on stress, going back to NYC feels like checking into financial prison. And for those who worry that moving to NJ means sacrificing culture, look around. Restaurants, nightlife, events, waterfront festivals, international food scenes. New Jersey's urban hubs are now mini-cities with New York flavor, but at half the cost, and that combination is turning NJ into a post-NYC powerhouse. Every month, the crossover accelerates thousands more. Leave New York taxes behind. Thousands more discover equity. Thousands more increase their wealth simply by relocating a few miles west, and every one of those moves pushes NJ property values higher, tightens inventory, and sends early buyers deeper into profit territory. The people leaving now are not failures, they're strategists. They're the ones who understand that wealth is built with numbers, not zip codes. And as long as hybrid work continues, as long as NYC rents remain insane, as long as taxes keep rising, and as long as people choose financial freedom over prestige, New Jersey will continue its rise from underrated neighbor to wealth-building machine. So if you're watching this thinking, maybe I should move to New Jersey, that moment is the first step of opportunity. Because the winners in every migration wave are the ones who act before the world admits the city has shifted. And make no mistake, New York is shifting, and New Jersey is winning. The only question is, will you be one of the people who move early and build wealth, or one of the ones who realize too late that the smart move was just across the river all along?